Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut.
Baty sends one in the air to pretty deep center field. This will send Allen back toward the wall now. It keeps carrying, and it's out of here. Brett Baty, a solo shot in the opening inning. And Syracuse, just like yesterday, they're on the board first.
So, we've played about 3 games of the Mets season, Major League Baseball season. A couple of observations. First of all, Francisco Lindor has played great defensively in the first 3 games. His arm has looked great. I've never seen his arm look so good in the first 3 years he's been here. The Met bullpen has been great. The Met bullpen was going to be pretty good to begin with, but without Diaz, it was very questionable, I guess, especially at the top. But it's been really good. They've given up 1 run in the first, I think 1 or 2 runs in the first 3 games. The bottom of the lineup, and this is what this video is about, Eduardo Escobar. He's 1 for his first 12. I know there were a lot of people that were not happy that Brett Baty was sent down to Syracuse when it was time for them to decide what they wanted to do with him. I was included on that. I was not happy, and I continue not to be happy that he is not here. Today, really in the first 2 games of the Syracuse Mets season, he is hitting .556. Today, he had 4 hits. He hit 2 home runs and a grand slam, and he made a really good defensive play in the game against Worcester. But he has played really well. He had a very good spring. He got off the hot start in spring. He tailed off a little bit, but obviously him going up to Syracuse has lit a fire under him. Mets better figure out what they want to do with him pretty quickly. You don't want him wasting at-bats against AAA pitching when he's needed here. And I would point out that Eduardo Escobar started the game-ending double play in the 9th inning, but he is not the future. The future of this team at third base is Brett Baty, and it would be nice if the Mets were to decide very quickly what they want to do with him, considering that he is a top prospect. He's currently the top third base prospect currently in the minor leagues, since Jordan Walker of the Cardinals had made the opening day roster for the Cardinals. So he's currently the best third base prospect in baseball in the minors. Now, what's it going to take for him to be here? Well, he's just going to have to continue to do what he's doing. I know it's only 2 games for him, but they were talking about him during the broadcast. People are talking about it on Twitter and online, and you see how you're seeing the same kind of at-bats that we saw from Eduardo Escobar that we saw from April to August of last year. And I believed in him. I still think he's going to have a lot of big hits this year, but he may not be the everyday third baseman on this team anymore. So just keep that in mind. But we'll just keep observing his at-bats, which I do. I've been watching these games intently. A lot of things I like about this lineup. A lot of things I don't like about this lineup. You cannot play Luis Guillorme at third base. Okay, he played third base on a Friday night. You can't play him at third. And you can't play him on a regular basis. Defensively, he's great, but you get nothing out of him offensively. So if the guy's not driving in runs and he's only really a defensive player, there's no reason to have him on the roster really playing every day. Now, we must remain patient when it comes to a veteran, especially a veteran that didn't play well last year and had a great September, and Eduardo Escobar. You always want to have good veterans. He's a great guy in the clubhouse. We've seen that. So we want great guys on this team, and we want guys that are going to be mentors to these young players. And we know that he's going to be a mentor to Brett Baty. That's not an issue. But just keep that in mind, especially with Guillorme. Guillorme, as we know, is a great defensive player, but you get nothing out of him offensively. It makes me very nervous that we get nothing out of him. And then batting him 7 today in today's line bothered me a lot. I'd rather have Escobar batting 7th. That means, and he had a bad at bat in the game, in the middle of the game. It didn't look good. So I have a big problem batting him 7th. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you think about everything I said. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut, and I'll see you later. Now, I love talking about baseball, and particularly I love talking about the New York Mets. So if you want to follow a channel that loves those two things, this is really the channel you need to subscribe to. I know a lot about the Mets, a lot about baseball, and we can talk about it here, and I can learn from you, you can learn from me. I do talk to people, I write to people on a regular basis when you write to me. And of course, I do all kinds of videos. There are weekly live streams, there are shorts. I would mention I have merchandise on the channel, that please go check it out. I have plenty of baseball caps that you might be interested with the Baseball Hut logo on it. So I want to thank you all for coming by. Please subscribe to the Baseball Hut. Thank you, and I'll see you later.
It goes with here with Hamilton. 1-2. Swung on and drilled to left field. Wilson on the move, and it's berm and gone. And the Baty man delivers yet again. Grand slam for Brett Baty, his second home run of this season and of this game. And Syracuse rips this one wide open.